Happy Sunday. This is Bob. Well, this is your Neighborhoodz Radio, which is our show sponsors and co-hosts of Bobby and JJ Radio. We have
Cheers in the studio.
We have Mr. Spencer Hamilton and Daniel King hanging out with us today. How y'all doing?
Doing well.
Doing
awesome.
So, in a nutshell, what is your Neighborhoodz? What do y'all do? What are you guys covering? And talk about your company a little bit.
We do exterior restorations primarily, a little bit of everything. We've been doing, of course, a whole lot of roofs over the past couple of years. Everyone knows that we had a ginormous hailstorm that was bigger than anything we've ever had, by 5 or 10-fold.
Sure.
Here in the city, and that's how I came to know you guys, as a matter of fact. I think was through that, through work we did through that. But we're looking to get in a little bit more with real estate agents. We're liking the relationships that we're building with them and wanting to build upon that further.
So when you say exterior restorations, you're talking about siding, roofing, anything else in particular?
Yeah, siding, roofing, anything, painting on the outside, fencing, any of those things that don't put us inside the house.
Sure.
With all the emotions that are involved in that.
Gotcha. So you rather stay on the outside?
Correct.
And the reason we met him is we had that hailstorm. We couldn't get anyone to replace roofs because we had all these listings that we couldn't sell because we were waiting on roofers. And they were the only ones that were able to come out and do anything within a few weeks. Yeah. Everyone else put us out like 4 or 5 months.
That was by design.
That was by design.
Yes.
How did you design it that way?
I just started wrapping my head around it. I knew it was such a big event that I knew that there was going to be opportunity around it. I started thinking, who's going to be in a bind? Who can I go meet that I'm going to be able to help in a certain way? Who's going to be looking for help? How can I be that help? When you're in sales, you're basically looking for win-win situations to create them. And sometimes when you're looking for work, you're like, who am I a win for? You know? And I started thinking, real estate agents are going to have houses that they're going to have to close on within 30 days.
Right.
And I knew that people were out 6 months. So it was like, why don't I go start talking to them and see if that's going to work? And it didn't at first because everyone was like, well, no, my roofer is great, and we've known him forever. I'm like, that's fine. I hope that works out for you, but when it doesn't, and I know it won't, call me and we'll get it done for you, because you're going to be in a position. Sure enough, about 45 days out from me making my first call with regards to that, we were putting roofs on for new customers.
Sure. And so you have a motivated group of people, right? You have 2 real estate agents that want to have a deal done. You have a buyer and a seller. You have a lending company that needs the roof to be done so that it can be insured and so they can actually finish out the loan. And then you have title that's waiting for all of it at the same time. And
we have leverage too, because it's got to be done. A lot of those times people were in a bind, a time crunch also because of insurance. There's a second check that they're going to receive, and they're like, "Oh, well, we're not going to receive that till after closing. We're not going to be able to pay you." And I'm talking to real estate agents here. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't agree to be paid after closing. You know what I mean? But we had leverage there to be able to roll it in and get paid by the title company at closing.
Yeah.
And they just keep that second check when they got it. So it was just an opportunity that I recognized, and we started pursuing that.
So now to kind of, I guess, emphasize what you guys are talking about, you. When you say like who you're a win for, you guys really feel that you're a win for real estate agents. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So with real estate agents, what we found with the storm too, and we've worked with real estate, we've done real estate in the past, still do. And one thing that we realize is, I got my own roofer, I got this, I got that. Well, when it came down to that, it started to affect your money, then we became your option. Mm-hmm. And so if you always follow the money, you'll get the answer, right? So with real estate agents, they're trying to protect their point of sale. They're trying to get things done on an inspection report or prepping the house on a pre-listing. So they naturally need us, and real estate agents inevitably become somewhat of a general contractor because it falls in your lap. And so our primary focus was then to say, well, that's a symbiotic relation. That's something that we're both of us need each other in order to make a transaction.
And not only that, it was great because that's something that's collateral to your point of sale as a real estate agent. You're there to list houses and to sell houses.
Well, we got one of the biggest listing agents in the studio right now, Bobby. So Bobby, talk about that, man. How much leverage is this for you to, when an inspection or you go to a listing appointment, they tell you this roof shot, we haven't been able to make a claim yet.
Well, just here in the past couple of weeks, they've helped me out a couple of times. We're trying to close on a deal. The buyers themselves or the sellers themselves got the roof replaced without us. My seller went out there, or my buyer went out there. I keep messing up, but my buyer went out there, and he felt like it didn't get fixed. Well, I called Daniel, and he went out there right away, and he looked at it. He walked. It wasn't his roof. It wasn't his job. He still took his time, went up there, looked at it, and he gave me a full report and said, no, the roof is fine. He didn't even try to get anything out of it. He didn't try to get a job out of it like most people thought.
Sure.
He's going to go out there and try to find something to do.
Before you found a company like your Neighborhoodz, though, how much of it was you being a general contractor also
Well, it was
with
always
your
trying
listing?
to well, roofers, like, there's not a lot of them that really stick around. So it was always like, I got a roofer now,
Right.
and he may not be a roofer next month.
Right.
So to have somebody that's going to be there, like, this is my roofing company now.
Our
Right.
goal too was to have somebody that's going to actually manage it for you. You know what I mean? Because y'all are managing that. That's your time. That's collateral to your point of sale. It's not making you any money. You don't want to do it. And my thing is always like, hey, I know you don't want to deal with all this, so don't deal with it. I'll deal with it for you.
So quick takeaway. So as a listing agent, well, what are the benefits of calling you guys right when we meet the clients up front?
Well, the great thing, and this is part of that psychology again, is a lot of times when you list a property, then they're asking you advice. You know, what do you think I should do to prep my house to be sold? And you guys are licensed real estate agents. You don't want to be a licensed general contractor.
Sure.
And so the moment you stick your foot in that door saying you should do X, Y, and Z is the moment you put your neck on the line. And if, you told me I need to do this and blah, blah, you're almost assuming that liability of a general contractor. And so with this, when you get a listing, Bobby can call and say, hey, I got a new listing. Here's a few of my thoughts. Daniel, go in there and do a pre-listing consultation. Look for anything that might come up later on, like hail damage or anything else that maybe somebody's missed. And so for us, it's really about getting in front of him, being that consultant for y'all, so you don't have to waste your time doing it, because you don't make money doing that. We do.
And the biggest thing too is if Bobby gives you a person that's wanting work, you guys get the work. You're going to tell Bobby when the work's about done, and he's going to know when to.
Well, we're
going to
be able to be a team, and we're going to keep you on their brain, the whole time, because they have someone else that goes and does the work, and maybe they start hearing about another realtor that guy knows,
or their sister-in-law just got a license or whatever.
Exactly, or any number of those things, exactly. And they're looking at somebody else where I'm going to go in, and you're always going to be on the tip of my tongue, and we're going to make sure that you get that listing when it's done, and make sure that the things that are done are going to give you a good listing to be able to sell, as opposed to them doing something ignorant that didn't need to be done.
So how can these awesome listing agents get a hold of you?
They can contact Spencer directly on his personal phone. They can call me or the office. I would say call the office, and they'll direct them to one of our account managers at 210-262-2678, or they can look us up online at yourneighborhoodz.com.
Cool. Take a quick
It's
break.
Neighborhoodz with the Z, by the way.
With a Z, by the way, yeah. Take a quick break. We'll be right back with Daniel and Spencer.